Hey guys, my name's Sty and this is Game Dev Tycoon. Now this has been in the news quite a lot today for a couple of reasons. The first one being that the developers of Game Dev Tycoon thought it would be a good idea to put a modified version of the game up on various torrent sites. So they were hosting a torrent of their game the moment their game went live. So this allowed them to kind of track who was downloading the game because it was a modified version, but it was modified in a very clever way. It actually simulated what happens to a game development studio, a small game development studio, when it's hit by piracy. Quite clever. But this is not that. This is the official demo, and we're just going to take a little look because there are some kind of accusations that have been thrown at the game that it's a complete rip-off of Game Dev Story, which is an Android game. I think you can get it on other platforms as well, but for me I played it on Android, and that was kind of a very simplistic simulator game. So we're going to see what this actually is. So as you can see, this is the light version. As I said, it's the demo. So apparently we can only play until year 5. Okay. It's a business simulation. You have transported back in time to start your very own development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. Okay, so it looks like we actually start in the 80s? What? Yeah, that's a DeLorean. Oh my god. Oh my god. You'd have lost. Yeah. Stylosa. No, male, what the hell? I could give myself a funky hairstyle. Yeah. Nice, nice top there. Awesome. Okay, so... Yep, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, our office is in the garage, and we're not very... I can kind of relate to this, given where my office actually is at the moment. But there you go. All right, let's start developing our first name. Game, even. Close this message and click... Okay. All right, develop a new game. Before development can begin, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select what graphic technology your game should use. Well, I don't think we're going to have much to select from in the 80s. What the hell? Yeah. Okay, what should we call this? Let's call this Mega Win Man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, pick topic. It can be a space action, and it can be for the PC. Awesome, go. Okay, the first thing I'm kind of noticing with this, the interface is kind of a little bit cheap, like a little bit basic. They could have maybe done a little bit more to kind of sex it up a bit, but you know, whatever, that's kind of fine. I mean, the game is very cheap. I'll put links in the description of the video to both the demo, which is what I'm playing at the moment, and also the full game if you want to check it out. But at the moment, there seems to be a couple of differences from this, which is Game Dev Tycoon, compared to Game Dev Story. I mean, the game names are obviously very similar, but this is kind of starting in the 80s, which you don't with Game Dev Story. So let's do some awesome 2D graphics. I got 70k, so it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so that's kind of the same with Game Dev Story. We'll just ignore that at the moment. As your staff members are working, they kind of like do design, they create bugs. It's not called technology, I think it's called creativeness and stuff like that. So they kind of like, the better staff you've got, the more good points they'll get, but they'll also produce bugs. And then at the end of the development phase, you've got a chance to get rid of the bugs to make the game better. Less bugs, the better the game will be. So it kind of does look pretty similar. Okay, so... we need to focus on the areas to make, okay, yeah, brief description. Okay. So, it looks like we're going into the first development stage. So, in Game Dev Story, you would kind of select, I think you design the music, and then the story, and then the graphics, or something like that. But this is a little bit different. So, I'm going to go, gameplay. Let's focus on gameplay, go. Because as we all know, gameplay is the best. Okay, so, he's now developing the game, good lord. Yeah, so there'll be bug points generated and bugs need to be fixed before the game can be released. Okay. As you can see, he's producing a lot of design there, which he should be if he's working on game design. So now it looks like we can either do the dialogue, the level design, or the AI. So let's go for the awesome dialogue. In fact, can we? We can't possibly have them all massively high, can we? No, because they're equal again. Ugh. Let's have decent AI. Level design. But awesome dialogue. Oh, yeah. So I'm guessing as the game actually develops, you will be moving into bigger offices and you'll get more members of staff and it'll get more complicated. And hopefully more complicated in a way which is more involving than kind of what Game Dev Story does, because that's pretty basic if I'm honest. Okay, so during development you can also select features for your game. Right now you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Selecting additional features makes the game generally better, but also increases cost. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we can add an additional feature. So should we add... Yeah, I think that's kind of adding both. It kind of won't let me get rid of that. Okay, let's go massive graphic design. Yeah, go. So you can see I've spent quite a bit of my 70k. My God, 8k monthly costs there. What? Where is this fella living? What? Development of your first game is now complete. You can press the finish button, okay, to publish your game. But we need to fix the bugs. So the longer we leave the guy, he's going to fix the bugs. He's actually adding to the design as well. Bugs are fixed, let's finish. Because the longer we leave that, the years and the the days and the weeks are going to, and the months even are going to go on, and that's going to cost us more, you know, with all the upkeep and stuff. So, okay. Right, so it looks like we've gained experience. We've got a new topic and a new combo. So this is obviously showing us how trash game. That's a bit. No, we'll release a game. It's not that bad. So we got an achievement because we created a game that made sense. Okay, let's find out how this sells. We get research points now. To bring up the research menu, close this menu to click anywhere on the screen. Okay. Okay, research. So this is where we're going to be able to use different technologies, I think. Yeah, so... Okay. And again, like the research boosting, that was a big thing in Game Dev Story. Whereas if you made games which kind of made sense, you know, in terms of like space action game makes sense, but a space sports game kind of doesn't. I guess it kind of does if you want some crazy, whatever. It doesn't make sense. So if they do make sense, you get kind of more points for that. So I think we've got 22 research points. So let's do a new topic. Let's go for sci-fi. Start research. Oh, mega win, man. We've got the reviews in. That's a bit harsh. 5, what the hell? Unit loss should come up. 10 out of 10, 100% pure. So, like, it's cut, like, why are these numbers not lined up? I know that's a bit pissy, but it kind of like, yeah, whatever. So that's a pretty good reviews there. Some 7s. That's not bad. I mean, if IGN was reviewing, we probably would have got a 10 out of 10. How much have we made? Where's the sales? Here we go. Sales. My God. I didn't actually get a chance to set the figure, did I? But that kind of wasn't worth it. Oh, okay, that was just the first week's sales, okay. I was going to say, that was nowhere near worth it. Yeah, and fans as well, which again was a part of Game Dev Story. So it is very similar. The underlying mechanics, the underlying game design looks pretty similar. But I think this is more complicated. Especially based off what I've seen in terms of like official videos and such. So we have made more than what we started off with. But let's do another project for the sake of it. So let's develop a new game. Let's call this massive. Oh God, massive win, right? Topic, sci-fi, genre, strategy. We're basically making StarCraft. And we'll make it on the G64, which has got more of a market share. Although, yeah, whatever, we'll make it on the G64. It's going to cost 30k to make. It's going to be 2D graphics based. We're starting development, let's do this. Right, we're going to go for engine. We're going to make it look awesome. We'll drop the gameplay a little bit. In fact, we'll kind of up the story a bit. There we go, that's kind of fine. I'm happy with that, that's fine. Okay, so for stage 2, I think we'll just leave it at that. In fact, we'll drop the, we'll have amazing AI, because let's be honest, StarCraft 2 had a shit story. And that's what we're basing this on. But the AI, oh yeah, the AI was awesome. And the level design was pretty good as well, so yeah, that's fine. Well, yeah, we've achieved a sales record because we haven't sold any other games. Awesome. Well, we're not doing too bad, I think. So, yeah, we'll leave the extra features on. We'll keep going for maximum graphics because we want it to look awesome. We've only got one bug as well, 2. That's not that bad actually. Finish. Get rid of them bugs. Yep. Awesome. So we've almost leveled up these. I think if we develop another game, we'll definitely level up probably all of them. Maybe not story and quest. Although I suppose that you can kind of look at this and think, okay, so I need to put a bit more into story and quests because that's kind of going to help me level up. No, I don't want to trash. Let's release. Go. So the first game made 80k and we started with 70k. So that's not too bad. Let's have a look at the reviews for Massive Win. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, Star Games would say it's good. Oh, my God. Hey! Cheeky bastard. Good game. All games. Surely they should have just put GG in. That would have been more awesome. But they didn't. But whatever. So, yeah. I think this is like pretty much kind of what I expected it to be. Oh, hello. Contract work. Again, you can get this in Game Dev Story. So, I'm guessing this is just going to be easy stuff to bank on the money. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. You can see where this is going to go. It's obviously going to get more complicated. You're going to get bigger offices and such. As far as, like, I've played Game Dev Story quite a bit on my tablet. Now, that became very, very simplistic, really, at the higher end of the game. The start of the game was fairly interesting. I think this is kind of going to be more detailed towards the end game. I can't 100% say it's going to be because I haven't played this to the end game, but based on what I've seen, I think it is more complicated and it's very cheap. But I suggest you check out the demo. There's a link below. Also check out their site if you want to actually buy the game, and I'll also put a link to the cached version of the very interesting blog post because it's been totally nuked because most of the internet has absolutely jumped all over it today. It's a very interesting read, the way that they actually changed they put their own torrent up of the game, which is kind of well, the moment the game was released, and they sort of changed it to emulate what happens to a small game development company when massive piracy hits and you basically lose 90% of your sales. So I've been Stylosa, guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. Subscribe to the channel as well, and it's pretty late here, so I'm off to bed. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.